Well, I'm out here exploring Death Valley and camping in the north end. Rode the bike, I don't know, 8 miles outside the campground to take a look at this meteor crater. Yeah, I'm going to pause the video here real quick and just state that I'm at Ubehebe Crater, which is not a meteor crater. It is formed from geologic forces when some hot magma hit a water source, flash steamed an explosion, and caused the crater and the little crater next to it. So not a meteor. Geologic forces with some magma that was next to the Earth's crust. Pretty cool. You can really see the cone. Of course, that's not the main crater. That's the small one from the ejecta. Yeah, the big one's down there. Let's take a walk. So this is my second week here at Death Valley. Ended up cutting my first week a little short, took a sharp stone to my passenger rear tire, got a slow leak, woke up in the morning way out on Greenwater Road, way out boondocking out in the middle of nowhere. Had 30 pounds in my tire. I pumped it back up to 80, and I was going to leave the next day. I had a spare, so I wasn't too worried. Got up the next morning, and it was down to 50. So I was losing 20 pounds overnight. Knew I had to get it fixed. Got up in the morning and drove to Pahrump instead of doing a bunch of filming, which I thought I was going to do for last week's video. Yeah, you can really start to see the crater down there. So I spent the day in Pahrump, filled up my gas. Yeah, gas in Pahrump was $3.40. Gas in Death Valley, right at the National Park headquarters, was eye-watering. Yeah, I forget what it was. I'll put a picture. I took a picture. It was like $7 a gallon or some nonsense. So I got gas, hit Walmart, got a little bit of food, and drove back out here. It's been another week, and realized Alabama Hills, which is just outside the west side of the park, something I've been wanting to visit for a while, camp there for a while. So after my 3 days here on the north end at the campground, I'm going to I think Mesquite Springs is the name of the campground. $7 a night with a access pass I got. Probably head over to the west side later this week. Yeah, this is the main crater. I think there's a little overlook right up here, right up the trail. How pretty that is. It was sunny all morning. Sunny for the last couple days. The clouds came in this afternoon. And it's supposed to be, temps have been in the upper 60s. Depends where you are in the park. Lower elevations gets a little 10 degrees cooler. Nights are in the 40s. Yeah, don't be an idiot like I'm about to do. I would pronounce the name of this crater, but I physically cannot. I'll put the name here, because if you follow me for any time, you know I just travel around the country butchering place names. So, meteor crater, pretty cool. Gonna spend a couple days at the campground over the weekend, just kind of bunker down for a couple days, and then after Sunday or so, head to the west end of the park. So yeah, let's get on down the trail. Well, I'm on the north end of Death Valley's National Park, staying at Mesquite Springs campground. I did the crater hike yesterday. The main attraction, Scotty's Castle, is closed due to some storm damage the park has gone through over the last year or two. A lot of water damage. The roads are out. The only other thing up here is a hike, Falls Canyon. So I'm driving up this road, about 3 miles up this gravel road to the trailhead. And we're going to do Falls Canyon trail. It's several miles out and back to, I believe there's a dry waterfall at the end of it. Not really sure. I got the brochure next to me, and I'm not going to read and drive at the same time. I looked at it this morning. So yeah, let's take a quick little hike. This carved out smooth rock on the outside of a turn in this canyon. And look at the marbling. Yeah, this is cool. I don't think I'm going to be able to show the size and the scope and the subtle colors. There's a photography group here. I know why they're here. They're not taking pictures of the scenery. They're taking photos up close of the rock. We keep coming in and out of these areas of sunlight. Which makes filming hard. But to stand here is really gorgeous. Well, I've come several miles up this canyon. High walls, beautiful rock. But I'm coming to some different area. I really don't know how far this goes up here. With the terrain starting to change a bit. You can see the green slopes and kind of a waterfall where it diverged when the water runs. I don't think I'm going up there. I'm going to follow the main channel. You can see where the water's cut out. Little chasms. I left most of the people, the photographers and the day hikers behind a couple miles ago.
I haven't seen anybody in a while, but I do believe there's people up here because there's several cars in the parking lot. And it just keeps going. It's a beautiful day. A little warm, probably 75 in the sun. I keep my eyes peeled up on those mountainsides for mountain goats. They say they're around. I did see a coyote a couple days ago. He just trotting alongside the road. Got a couple seconds of video of him. I put it in last week's video. Yeah, let's just keep pushing up out this canyon. It's only around 12:30, 1 o'clock. I'll turn around in an hour or so, head back towards the van. Can't get lost. Pretty much have to follow the water course. There's no other option. So I walked about 3 miles up this canyon, and it opened up in a little wider area. I turn around and head back towards the trailhead. It's just an out and back canyon, but it's really pretty. You get these giant 300 or 150 foot cliffs. And the closer you get to the trailhead, the narrower it gets. You get all these different colors of rocks, even down in the wash. Down at the beginning, at the start, was a photography group taking pictures, just taking pictures right up close to the rock, which was, and you start to see why, because there's a lot of different patterns in the rock, inclusions. Where the quartz just gets up into it. Farther down you go, down here, you can see it more and more. It's all the different colors, the muted browns and tans. And there's red over here. Yeah, you can see the striations as we're coming more into the chasm up here. Take a look at this one. You can see where it gets narrow up here. Getting more and more into the narrow part of the canyon. Yeah, this is definitely a cool hike. It's pretty once you stop and kind of look a little, especially at the rocks. You know, I think I mentioned it before in a few videos past. If there was a geologist out there that would just make little 3-minute audio clips of all the different areas and what the geology, how it all formed, and geolocate it, that would be really awesome. Because I would sit and listen to a geologist talk about how that happened. Because that's cool. Yeah, looks like we're coming back out to the entrance. What a fun little hike. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this week. Trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter and a little lower resolution, trying to keep the file size down. There is absolutely no cell reception here in Death Valley, so I'm going to the visitor center to try to upload on their Wi-Fi. So last week's video and this week's and maybe even next week's will be a little lower video quality. Maybe you'll notice, maybe you won't. I'm here in Mesquite Springs, campground, $7 a night. I did a drive-through on last week's video if you want to see it. I'll walk you around the campsite here in a second. It's the weekend, so I'm hunkered down in the van. I did all my hikes and explorings during the weekdays when the park's a little less crowded. And now it's Saturday. The campground is almost full. I think there's a few sites left on Saturday here, but everybody's out exploring the park, so the park's kind of empty. All the sites are full, but they're all out doing all their hikes and exploring. So yeah, it's a little quiet around here right now, which is nice. I'm sure it'll get a little busier here this afternoon when everybody gets back. But this is the site. Get your standard. Actually, it's pretty nice. The picnic table's metal and little paved approach. I think this is more or less for tent campers. I didn't have to go sideways in here. I could have just backed right in, but I was trying to make it as private as possible. Yeah. Site number 10. I'm on the interior loop, but I'm looking at I'm right on the exterior of it, so I get some traffic coming by. I do have some snow out on some of these peaks. Yeah, let's get out of the wind.
Like I said, it's Saturday, and I'm going to get out of here tomorrow morning, head towards the west side of the park, and explore over there. That'll probably be next week's video. They get over to the Alabama Hills, a place I've been wanting to get to for some time. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, I don't know if you remember, I was making bread there for a while. I do have a dough ball going there. Bread has been turning out pretty well. I've done it 3 or 4 times now, and I'm going to try again tonight. Every time I do a foil bake in the cast iron, every time I get the charcoal going, I try a bread. It's been going pretty good. So yeah, that's about it for this week. See you next week, the other side of Death Valley. The adventure continues.